Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. This time it's Pasha De Cartier 2020 Parfum. This was released in 2020. Sorry, 2020 is not part of the name. And this is based on the eternal classic Pasha De Cartier EDT, which was released back in 1991. Now, Pasha is a fantastic line of very distinct watches by Cartier. If you see it from a distance, you'll recognize, if you're into watches, that that gentleman is wearing a Pasha. Now, Pasha watches actually have a story. Why is it called Pasha? Pasha is called Pasha because it was basically made to order by a Swiss watchmaker, Cartier, in 1930s for the Pasha of Morocco. So that's the story. And then Cartier released Pasha in 1980s. I think it was 85. They sort of resurrected it. And it has very distinct golden grill. Not all the Pashas, but some of them are known by the golden grill on the dial. And that's how you recognize a Pasha from a distance. Anyways, Pasha, is a very recognizable watch. I've seen a lot of people wear that in London. It's pretty common, especially with the elderly gentry. I like the watch. In fact, I'll definitely make an effort to own one. So anyways, the fragrance came out in the 90s. And the fragrance when it came out was an aromatic fougere, like the style of those days, yeah? So lavender, mint, it was very vibrant green lavender. It was very nice fragrance. This one is a different story. But I'll tell you one thing. This fragrance is one of the better releases of 2020. Yeah, I've already reviewed one, which is beautiful. I don't need more than one spray. Which is Beau de Jour. This is strong. And it is definitely very, very vibrant. Once you spray it, you will immediately, and that's what happened to me. I got myself a 5 ml decant. I've used about 2 ml. Yeah, I've tested it proper. It was late summer when I got this, August. Now it's almost October. And enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. So how does it open up? It opens up like a very vibrant, boozy, shower gel-like smell. Yeah, and the reason it's shower gel-like is because they've used a compound here, and this is very strong. This compound is going to become very common in the coming days. It's called Ambrosinide. Now, Ambrosinide is basically a compound which is halfway between woody and ambery, and it smells like sort of shower gel, fresh shower gel. But it doesn't smell soapy. It smells boozy, extremely boozy and soft vanilla-like, because they have used this is very strong. I'm telling you, I'm finding it hard to do the review. Oh my God, beautiful and strong. Very, very nice. Extremely radiant shower gel-like smell with a lot of booziness and a lot of soft vanilla-like smell, benzoin. And very ambery. And again, it's just one of those fragrances which gives out different facets depending on when you wear it. When I wore it in August, it was kind of hot and I got a lot of sandalwood. Yeah, and there's a prominent sandalwood, but during these cold times, that sandalwood comes in late. This is a linear fragrance with tons of facets coming in and out. The ones that I got was initially this, as I explained. In the middle stages, the fragrance, this is at the moment a little bit sweet, almost like ambroxan like sweetness, a little bit sweet. In the middle stages, the fragrance has a little bit of a spicy bitterness, patchouli, and more vanilla-like smell, more booziness, and woody. So at the moment, it's more ambery, it turns woody. As I said, Ambrosinide does that. In the late dry down, the fragrance has the fantastic, soft, synthetic sandalwood note which dominates the fragrance, and it's quite boozy at that time as well, and slightly more vanilla-like, more vanilla. But I think they haven't used vanilla, they've used benzoin and labdanum. Together they give this ambery accord. So strong, it's really difficult for me to speak when I'm smelling this. So, ups and downs, yeah? Pros and cons. Number one pro. This fragrance, the way it's been created, is very special and it smells quite unique. As I said, Ambrosinide as you can see, is very strong, and they've coupled it with some very, very clever notes. This fragrance was created by Matilda Lauren, and I think this lady has done a fabulous job. Yeah, taking a classical fragrance, preserving that sort of aromatic fougere-like structure, and creating a very beautiful, radiant, soft, attractive layer outside it is beautiful. And as I said, aromatic structure. There is still semblance of that beautiful lavender and patchouli combination, but it's very, very rare that you'll smell it. It's so beautifully encased in that ambrosinide that you'll smell it though. When it's hot, when you get warm, when your body gets warm, you'll smell that beautiful sweet lavender, slightly sweet lavender with patchouli. So she's done a stunning job in creating a new age reincarnation of a classic, right? That's the best that's the biggest pro for me. It's boozy, it's warm, it's sensual, it's high quality, smells amazing. That's the number one pro. Number two pro for me is how the fragrance has been structured to create a sort of a new sensation. As I said, ambrosinide is new to me. And I haven't smelled any other fragrance which uses ambrosinide or overtly says it uses ambrosinide. It creates a very unique sort of a scent profile. And as I said, it's very unique. I haven't smelled anything like this. Elements might remind you of other fragrances, but it creates a very unique sort of scent signature. Boozy, shower gel, sandalwood. I haven't smelled it before. Number three is, I think this is going to be a serious compliment magnet, especially if you wear it right. This is still very posh, like Cartier watches. This is a posh fragrance, so you have to wear it dressed up, or at least smart casual. If you wear it right, I think you will get a lot of compliments because it's very unique. So the downsides. Number one downside depends on how you approach this fragrance. If you're already a big fan of Pasha De Cartier EDT, then I tell you what, you will not like this, because this doesn't pay sort of homage to the EDT signature. It's not aromatic fougere, it's not classical, so you might get disappointed. So if you approach it like that, you might get disappointed. Number two, the fragrance is synthetic, right? It doesn't smell natural at all. Pasha De Cartier in its dry down, EDT, smells quite natural. But that was the style of those days. This is the style of today. We have to accept it. Everything is synthetic at the moment. So it is very synthetic. Number three, the fragrance is almost linear with facets coming up and down. So that could bother some people. And the fourth downside, is value for money. This thing costs, at the moment, anywhere between 75 and 85 pounds for 100 ml. For a linear fragrance, you pay that much money, it's going to be a bit of a difficult one, If you have lots of money spare, you might want to sample this, blind buy, because it's worth blind buying. It's beautiful. But the value for money, I think, is medium to low. So those are the upsides and downsides. Now, occasions. This is a cold weather fragrance which works beautifully in hot weather as well if you wear it in the evenings. I've tried it. It worked beautifully. Excuse me, it's very strong. This fragrance is extremely strong. So that brings me to the next one, performance. My God, this is strong. Initially when you spray it, it's huge. One spray is killing my nose at the moment. I can hardly speak. I'll keep my hand far. So the performance on this fragrance is ginormous initially. Then it really becomes a skin scent, kind of after about 2 to 3 hours. But for the first 2 hours, this thing projects like absolute crazy. If you create a decant and keep it in your pocket, if you're going out clubbing, I think you'll attract a lot of women because it smells fresh, clean, vibrant, sexy. This fragrance is totally sexy, 100%. Now, seasons have covered, performance have covered, prices have covered, age groups. I think this is going to be absolutely perfect for anybody and even any sex. Androgynous. This fragrance is completely unisex, ageless. Nowadays, this is the fashion. Everybody wants to sell more and more, right? So I don't think this fragrance will be odd for a 60-year-old. I do not think this fragrance will be odd for a 20-year-old. This is very sexy, really. So marks are a 10. bearing in mind it has got those two big pulls, it smells amazing, it's got great performance and huge potential for compliment. I would be very surprised if you don't get complimented. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I'm not giving it a 9 or a 10 because of those downsides I explained to you. There are 4 of them, but still it's an 8 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.